Good morning. Hey, Fang. Wax Wolves. Welcome. You guys beat Tara Mike. Hey, Drawn. Get on up here. Welcome. Monk, what's up?
Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you good. Am I all right?
Beautiful. Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
What's up, Monk? Sorry I missed your space last night. You know, you always have spaces when I'm cooking dinner and then eating and hanging out with the family. So I apologize. One of these days, I will get back into one of those spaces and hang out again. So I've got the Goparel live crew, Carly and Derek. Good morning. Hope painting's going well. We'll get started in just 1 second. Wait for more folks to show up, and then we'll go ahead and kick it off. What's up, Dapper Gents? All righty. Johnny Butterfinger. Consumer Break, Danish. Puzzled. Welcome, everybody. All right, let's go ahead and kick this off. You ready, Matt?
We are most certainly ready.
All right. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon. Hello, Wax Blockchain. This is Tommy from Wax. I'm your host today for today's Wax Wednesday Twitter Space. Today we've got an interesting episode lined up, and I am thrilled to have the fantastic guest joining me, none other than the incredible Matt, a.k.a. Funny NFT Guy. Today's spotlight is on the upcoming UK Comic-Con happening this weekend, I believe in Hamburg, and you'll correct me if I'm wrong. And we're going to dive deep into the world of the NFTs, some Wax Blockchain, and all the things that make the Comic-Con experience unique. So to introduce our guest, they might not need any introduction, but you know them best on Twitter as Drawn Company, leader of the Office at the Start of the Metaverse. Matt's no stranger to our spaces, and I believe Blast joined us for our PFP roundtable we had a few months back when the Karen was released. So he knows the stuff. So he's got a great sense of humor, and I'm thrilled to have him join me today. So without further ado, let's welcome Matt, Funny NFT Guy, to the stage. Matt, how the hell are you?
We're good, man. We're good. Can I just correct you?
Correct me. Yeah,
we are nowhere near Hamburg. We are in sunny Birmingham, UK. We wish we were in Hamburg, but we're definitely not in Hamburg tonight, Tommy.
My bad. My mistake. I looked it up yesterday and then tried to go off memory. I should have wrote it down. That's my bad.
Love it. And just before we go any further, we do have another special guest. We've got the equivalent of Maverick in Top Gun. So if you've ever seen Maverick, if you've ever seen Top Gun, we all know that that one of the pilots can't go into the academy to become like a Top Gun pilot. So we have to get someone else in his stead. And we're really sorry that Broken Dolls can't be with us. But in his stead, everybody, we have the one and only Danish Crypto, who is going to be helping us on the stand.
Yo, how we all doing? Yeah, we're here in UK.
Live,
yeah. It's the doormat man and the madman. Oh, damn.
So there we go. What an introduction.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. You took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to do that shout out, but you've done it so eloquently. Yeah, it was a bummer that Broken Dolls wasn't able to, join at the last minute. And what a what a fantastic boon to be able that everything kind of lined up like Kismet, have Dana come and join us this weekend.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's great. And it was maybe always on the cards, and then at the last minute, literally before Broken had to pull out, he confirmed his flight, and he was on the plane, and we're all here now. And to be honest, guys, I've got to be honest, if I didn't have support this weekend, I would have collapsed and had a nervous breakdown, because there's a lot of work to do still. We're not
already pushing him around in a stroller.
Yeah, he's wheeling me about. Lols.
Well, I know it's such a big job that you've kind of undertaken, you and Broken as well known, and so I will get into that a little bit as well. So, but let's go ahead and start our interview. I will have a spot later at the end for folks who want to ask questions about what's going on, what's going down. And there's a couple other things we want to shout out to throughout the space. One of them, Consumer Break. Well, thanks for joining. I know Consumer Break's got something cooking this weekend as well, so it's going to be a jam-packed weekend. I think Friday is really going to kick off the last month of the year. So you ready? Yeah. Can we let's get into these questions I have come up with. to
Yeah,
quiz
man.
you. All right, so okay, first off, how about we start about the pertinent details about this weekend's event? I don't know why I said Hamburg. I don't think that's even in the UK. Now that I'm thinking about it, my mouth has run away from me. So we're in Birmingham. Where can folks come and visit you at the con?
So we're in Birmingham in the NEC, and actually, one of the funny things about this year is Comic Con has been run in. We have 30 halls at the NEC in Birmingham, and we've traditionally been with Comic Con in the high 20s in the smaller halls, but this year we're in halls 3 and 4. Which is really good because it means the event's just growing and growing and growing. I actually got the map of where we are situated, and I was cursing for a minute, Tommy, because I looked at the map and we're almost in the nosebleeds. We're in V17, but on closer inspection, we see that our booth is a corner booth and it's angled towards the queue of the main stage. So if you are lucky enough to be in Birmingham for Comic Con, you'll be able to find us in V17 at the corner of the stage. And of course, that's great for our big screen because we're going to have a catchment audience who won't be able to escape. So we'll be able to flyer them and have those great conversations. And they won't be able to get rid of us, which is another bonus. So yeah, that's where you'll be able to find us. And yeah.
Perfect. And how about times? Is there are there specific times there where there is going to be like floor visits for all the booths that you're going to be running? Y'all be men in the booth?
Yeah, so we're going to be there all of the time. So when the convention opens, we'll be there. It's open for 9 o'clock on Saturday. It's open at 10 a.m. on Sunday, and I think it's 10 a.m. on Friday as well. And that's for early bird ticket holders. So as with any Comic Con, there'll be exclusives on offer. There'll be a fair few on our stand. And a lot of people like to come early. And the show finishes, depending on what day you come, between 5 and 6 p.m. So it's a long day.
Yeah, I haven't had too much experience working at cons, but I know that one of the biggest things is always having the booth manned and being able to come and visit and kind of check out everything that's going on. So, but having thank God for Danish coming in at the 11th hour, because that would be really rough if you can't even walk away from the booth. You got to keep your foot on it like you're tagging up to go home.
Yeah, man, it means we can have toilet breaks because it's going to be very busy. I mean, you'll be able to see. I mean, if you actually just go to the Wax at Comic Con hashtag, one of the few videos that comes up is one of the videos that I took on the Saturday, and literally is wall to wall people, and it will be wall to wall people for like 6 hours over the weekend. Friday will be a bit slower, but that's great for us because of the nature of the way we've approached Comic Con. If we've made any big mistakes, we can rectify them on Friday night, just before we get into the pub.
Awesome.
Broken's here.
Shout out to Broken down below. Okay, let me say, I think you covered all the other basic info about the con right there, so that answers that one up too. All right, Bitchin'. All right, so like this is not the first Comic-Con that you've been a part of, right? Let's talk about a little bit. Would you mind sharing some of your experience from the previous convention?
So first of all, I've got a long history with Comic Cons. I want to tell this as a little anecdote, right? Because I like to go off piste.
Absolutely, we have time.
My experience with Comic Con started about 15 years ago when I decided I had a mad idea that I was going to try and import Transformers, and I imported them from a guy called Ken in Hong Kong. And I used to go to some local conventions and sell my wares. Basically, I used to sell them on eBay as well. And quite famously, a lot of you won't know this, actually. This is a great Matt anecdote. Before one of the Comic Cons opened, this American guy approached me and he said, oh, are those the Transformers from the new movie? And I was like, yeah, they are. And I proceeded to try and flog this guy Transformers, and everybody around me was giving me death stares. And someone came over once this guy had walked away, who actually had a minder with him. And he said, do you know you've tried to flog Transformers for 5 minutes to Data from Star Trek? And I said no, didn't recognize him at all. So yeah, I tried to flog Data from Star Trek, some Transformers. But yeah, I've always been to cons, and one of the things that I sort of like wanted to do when I started Drawn Company was I just looked at what I did and what others were doing around me, and I thought, we're missing a trick here. We really need to be hitting the convention scene. We need to be bringing new people in. So hence why 2022, I approached MCM Comic Con. I said, look, I've got this crazy idea of bringing NFTs to your convention. And we had a few back and forth, and I did a map presentation. And in the end, the guy who I was talking to said, yeah, what we need to do as a brand, MCM Comic Con, is to at least have the conversation with people about the metaverse and about NFTs. And he actually turned around to me and said, Matt, to be honest, I've been approached by a lot of different NFT projects, but you're the only person who's come with the educational aspect. And I said, yeah, well, that's what we want to do. We're not trying to really sell anyone anything at this point. We just want to be familiar. And of course, we went last year. We were supported by Nefty Blocks. Wax gave us support through Schnazzy, which was nice. And we took about 10 collections there. But that was sort of like our proof of concept. So that we could come this year and be able to say, okay, right, we've earned our spurs. We think we know what we're doing. Let's sort of see if we can collaborate with the blockchain on some level with this. Hence why we're in this space today, Tommy.
With an army.
With an army. Yeah, we need an army. We don't need 4 people. We need an army.
Wow. Yeah, I know it's been sorry, I lost my train of thought, but this is let me take these questions out, because that when you say that, I know that this has been something that you and I have been talking about for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't even remember when you first approached me about it. It might have been almost 9 months ago, to be honest.
Yeah.
And it's been a real pleasure to kind of work with you and see how you kind of bring all these things together. So I do want to ask about some differences between this time and this upcoming con, and last con. So what are we doing differently this time, and what worked really well last time that you wanted to keep and bring back over?
Okay, so I'll end up doing a Matt ramble, right? So you have to pull me back and say, Matt, you haven't answered this part of the question. So last time, right, we went and we literally had resources from Drawn Company and Nefty Blocks to be able to get us some trading cards and some posters, and sort of like just be at that point we were just presenting the artwork to people and saying, like, come and join us and have a look at what we got on the table with the trading cards and what sort of stuff floats your boat. But as with regards to sort of like anything digital, we didn't have it. And both I and Broken sort of like realized early on that we were always not going to fail last year, because last year was still a success in our eyes, because we got new wallet signups. We got people to sign up on the spot. We found that the key to this was that when we actually opened someone's wallet on the stand, once they'd sort of like looked at what they liked, and I demonstrated to them with just a Drawn Company pack, right, the magic that happens. And I know like some people would say that's, it's just one of Matt's packs opening. If you've never seen that before digitally, people, right, that is something like completely foreign. And we saw that when we did that with people, they looked at it in their hands and their eyes literally lit up and they got it. Okay, this guy's given me a digital pack of cards. I've opened it. There's been a nice little video, and now I can see what's in my wallet. So, but the problem last year was, of course, the relationship ended there. So we never got to know what the outcome of those signups were. And the other thing was that we were staring longingly at, again, a corner booth which was across from us, which was like a little card and dice game. Broken's come up, so he'll be able to tell you more about this. But they had a simple video loop going that lasted about 1 minute, but it was so eye-catching and it would draw your attention to the stage. So the two things that we've done differently this year, well, let's say three things. The first one is with the support of Wax, we've been able to take 60 projects, marketplaces, tools, indies, games with us this time, as opposed to the 10. So that's the first sort of like major win. We've got a lot of different things to show people, and with our marketing, when you see it, and we don't want to give everything away today, because we want everybody to go, oh my words, I can't believe you guys have done that. Like that looks superb. It looks professional. So we've been able to create posters that contain a lot of different artworks or a lot of different games, because we want to just catch people's eye. We want people to walk past the stand and say, oh my God, that's good. At the same time, we're going to have a rolling video on the video screen. So we've got that as a weapon, which we didn't have last time. But most importantly, guys, and here's the kicker, is we've created a website, a landing page, which is it serves as a soft landing for anyone who hasn't been in crypto or in digital collectibles, NFTs before. And basically what we're doing there is we've got a video which will show them how to open an account. We've got a video which will talk them through some of the collections that are on offer. And then I've got 2 pages, one for games, so you can go and look at the games that are on offer. There's a game video content there. We've got another one for the indie creators, so all the indie creators are going to be represented on that page. And then we've got a little get started page, which is going to contain the video that I talked about earlier, which is that sort of the video about what you can actually get from the blockchain. So what's the experience? We've got lots of digital collectibles, lots of different bands, and we've also got cool games. Those have been created by Kitty. She's doing a really good job on those. And we've also got a staying safe online video, which is being created by Prime Rogue as we speak, in the branding of the website. So hopefully we'll get people come to the stand, like what they see, take away one of our invite cards, which is again another part of the offer that we're doing. We've created, like, one thing that's magical about Harry Potter is that you get a little invite in the post from Hogwarts. We've got a greetings card which basically opens up and it'll have a bespoke wallet sign up, and it'll have the 5 key things that they need to do to get that wallet signed up, and it will direct them to the website. Again, only possible with Wax's support. But the most important thing on the website is we've got the subscribe button and we've got a survey. So we're going to be able to tangibly say to everybody, we've signed up this many people because we've had this many people come to the website. They've told us what they like on the booth, and we've been able to put NFTs in their wallet to start that journey. I hope I haven't missed anything there.
No,
I think one of them. Yeah, I sound like a dead cat right now, but
yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to be well enough to come and join us up, so I didn't.
Yeah, it's cool. I just want to say a couple of things that the most important thing that I've learned, that our stuff are really amazing. The stuff on the blockchain is top level with any other stuff that we've seen. The artists that we've got are making incredible stuff. And like last time, we were sort of trying to catch somebody, get him on the boot, make him a wallet, send him away, hoping for the best, sort of. But now this is, I'm not there, but this is like a different approach. Like, well, we own Web3. This is the approach we're coming. We own Web3. Look at all the amazing stuff we do on Web3. If you want to be a part of it, this is everything you need. And it doesn't have to be on the spot. That people are sometimes, like, it takes them time and their defenses are up at conventions. But if you give them a nice invite, like a Hogwarts greeting card, that Matt said, that works. And I think it's a psychological thing mostly. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt.
No, 100%.
Jesus, I sound bad.
Yeah, sorry. You've summed it up greatly there. One thing that I'd like you to talk about, if you feel up to it is our approach with the, you know, the jargon free. So how we've approached it this time versus
Oh,
last time, because that's
yeah.
important.
Okay. So, you know, there's always a sort of people who talk about NFTs and people talk about digital collectibles. And we had this assumption that like digital collectibles are easier for the non-crypto ear, but it's less considered professional inside the NFT space. And it's not true. It's totally not true. Some people do collect stuff for the fun of it and not just for the economical aspect. And once you realize and accept that and truly believe in that, and which I do, it's just a totally different ballgame. And I believe that those small nuances of an account opposed to wallet and a collection opposed to I don't know, I don't know how to say it right now, but these small stuff that may sound weird to us crypto heads are very very important to other people. And I think this year that's the more aspect. Nobody really cares about the technology when it comes down to it. Like
Yeah,
people
that's
care about having fun more than the technology. If somebody goes into the space, enjoy it, and wants to dig in further, go ahead. But we shouldn't intimidate people with heavy words. Some people, by the way, are into that, and you can have that conversation. But if you like a couple of moms and their kids, and those kids are like perfect for collecting digital collectibles, they don't care about staking and tokenomics and all those stuff. They just want to find a simple way to collect. And I think this is the main thing you're focusing about now, Matt.
yeah. Well, we are focusing, dude. We are focusing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
giving you support. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, no, you are, and you know, we just bounce off ideas, don't we? We have conversations, and then we sort of like we've spent a lot of time analyzing last year before we rush to any conclusions. We haven't been sort of like very quick, but just before Tommy gets on to the next question, right? And I get a bit of a tear in my eye now, and I'm not over it. I'm not sort of like over egging this, right? What made me so effing proud last night was when I was creating this website and I was putting links to everybody's stuff on this website. I was thinking, boys and girls, we look dangerously close to something that's that's, you know, it flies in the real world. There's so many beautiful websites. If people haven't got their own website, we're linking to the Atomic Hub page where you get to see lots of great stuff and artwork. We're linking to those games. For me, it's like a candy tin. It's just you can't, if you like collecting anything, there is going to be something which captures someone's imagination or most people's imagination at the convention. And you know, I think we've got the recipe for success this time. But that's not the key to success. But I'm not going to give you the key to success, right? We'll talk about the key to success later on if it comes up, because there's two things that we've got as things that we've had printed, which are going to be the deal breakers, which we haven't discussed yet, which I'm really excited about. So, Tommy, back to you.
Thank you. Wow, that's very verbose, very good anecdote, and thanks, Broken, for sharing as well. I'm glad you kind of came up, Broken. I know it's a little bit tough, but I think your insight could be helpful here as well in this question. So this next question I've got is, earlier you mentioned we're bringing 60 different collections, right? So what does it take to coordinate featuring 60 different projects on display at a booth? I know you mentioned linking with the website and using that as a kind of a landing. What else went into that? Because I know it's a big lift. I know you've been working on it for a minute.
First of all, I'll answer for Matt. You need a spreadsheet.
Yeah. And I would like to answer something that my mom likes to say a lot, which was, and I hope you don't mind language again, but it was a fucking nightmare. Yeah, there was various levels of people wanting to participate. I think everybody wanted to participate. We tried to sort of like spell it out as easily as we could. Yeah, it's difficult trying to corral that many projects. Because every project, we want to give every project the sort of same treatment, and we want to ensure that we're getting the right quality stuff off a project. So I took the artists. Broken went in on the marketplace level because he's good at the sort of like the high level relationships with the likes of NFT Hive and Nifty Blocks. But yeah, we found it difficult, but it wasn't impossible. And thank you to everybody who contributed, and thank you to everyone for getting there, because at the end of the day, we've managed to get, as I say, 60 projects there, which is no mean feat, and it isn't easy. And I forget that sometimes, and a lot of people notice about me, I've got business acumen, and I've got years of experience in marketing from lots of different sort of like sectors, without getting too boring, guys. But I know how this sort of stuff needs to run, and sometimes I forget that people won't have the same sort of approach that I do. So I just like to think that we've got a real result, to be honest. I think we've got all of the marketplaces represented and tools. We've separated into marketplaces, tools, and conventions for NFTopia. But the sort of modular approach to the trading cards, which I was showing everybody today, is we don't need to show everybody everything that's on offer, right? If we have a conversation with somebody and they want to trade NFTs, I'm probably sending them to an Atomic Hub, right? If we're having a slightly deeper conversation about PFPs and how that works, they're getting the NFT Hive card. And at the same time, you then have the option to say, okay, right, so that's the sort of thing that you like, and you're interested in that. So here's the collections that go with that. Again, we're going to meet people who are already in crypto. So we've got the Alcor card, we've got the Wax DAO card, to sort of like say these are the type of tools that we have on the blockchain. And one thing I'd say to everyone is, again, we're not there yet, right? I don't want you to think that this is over. We are on the start of a long journey, and it's going to be a lot of hard work, because we're going to go to this convention and we're going to learn so much more. And the Wax blockchain is going to be, we're going to be world leading experts in metaverse integration at conventions worldwide, because nobody else is doing this. This is special. This is beautiful. And I know, I'm not trying to be like Dead Poet Society. I don't expect you to all get up on the desks and shout "Captain, my captain," right? But right, we're getting there, and we're learning, and we're doing it together. And when you see what we've produced, it's gonna blow everyone's head off. It's gonna be like, wow. Yeah, sorry, I'm marching off again.
No, you're good.
I think one thing.
Perfect. Go on, bro.
It's really to see, though. Like, for anyone that saw what Matt and Broken was able to do last year, and just to see the thing that has been done beforehand this time, like it's a tenfold. Like it's like last year it was a start of, hey, see what we can do. This year is, hey, now you guys around the space is actually supporting and helping what is being done. Now it's going to start a movement.
Yeah. It will start a movement, and I think we're not only gonna make waves in our own community, right? We're gonna be sending a message loud and clear, right? Which is what I've always believed, right? I know we've got issues on the blockchain, and that nothing is ever plain sailing 100%, but we are doing something that no other blockchain is doing, and we're doing it together. And this is going to be big. It's going to be big. Whatever happens, it's going to be big. Sorry, I'm a salesman, and I'm setting myself up for a big fall here.
the together thing this time around was really present to me, at least, while approaching all different markets and places. Maybe because some of the shift of powers that have happened recently. There is a feeling that we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And that's the feeling that I've got from the, let's say, bigger players. And it was amazing to feel that way. that like all the year that have passed, all the crashes and all the things and all the shit that happened, everybody is still on this blockchain together and wants it to succeed. And once we cooperate, it's fucking amazing. And that's the thing I got from this round.
Yeah, man. Amen.
Yeah, amen to that. You really put it really well, Broken. When we all work together and pull in the same direction, we can knock down mountains for sure.
Yeah.
Last question about kind of like the product and stuff, because this is kind of a little bit related, but like, you mentioned a Hogwarts card. You mentioned trading cards of different projects, tools, markets, collections, the website. One of the big things that I'm always excited about whenever I get a chance to go to a con or something is handing out swag. So are you prepared to share or give sneak peeks or talk a little bit about some of the stuff you can find at the booth? If not, that's okay. We can hold off till this weekend and see it all live, but I'd love to give a sneak peek if we can.
Yeah, so actually, right, now you got to bear in mind I'm a bloke, so can someone do some filler, right, whilst I do a tweet? What I'll do is I'll put up some tweets and then I'll delete them afterwards, and I'll just hang on, Wax at Comic Con. I'll put them on the hashtag. Oh no, that's the wrong hashtag. You see, I can't do two things at once. So you are going to have to fill Hogwarts.
Yeah, we're missing a shitty owl.
Yeah.
Shitty owl to deliver messages here, postcards and stuff. But again, check Drawn's private profile. There is a couple of sneak peeks of some of the cards already. There is some hidden ones that I'm not sure is going to be shared. Oh, maybe they're going to be shared. So you need to be fast to check those ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely more planned than last year, that's for sure. And excited. Let's make sure that next year that if Mad and Broken is gonna do the whole run up of this one more time, that they don't need to run around finding artists. That artists are here running up to them to actually get a spot on here, because yeah.
Okay, that was really good filler. That was premium. Right, so what I've done is I've posted the cards, right? I think so basically the idea of the card is that we just have a standard sort of greetings card. I won't show you the inside because it's got a QR code to the website, and we don't want 100 people going to the website yet because it's not ready, because we'll have 100 people saying, Matt, there's spelling mistakes on there, and we don't worry about the spelling mistakes until 3 a.m. on Thursday morning, because it's not in a place where we're going to share it with the world. But that gives you an idea of the sort of like the quality that we produce. Now, I've also put one of the sort of more premium products that we've got. So what we've done is with the trading cards is we've bought 20. They're called I think they're called jewel cases. They're magnetic jewel cases. And I've just tweeted a picture of Lembus's card. I couldn't get a picture of the back, unfortunately, because the back is actually stickered with certified authentic. There's only going to be 10 of those. We're giving the first one away in this space. So all you need to do is go to the tweet now and comment your wham, retweet, do the regular things. I didn't ask for a retweet, but please retweet. And you'll be able to see sort of like, as I said, the standard of what we're doing. And the idea of the jewel cases is that they'll just look cool on the stand. We've also got 2 folders, so we can put all the cards in, so that people can just have a leaf through, and then we'll have piles of the cards for people to just pick up and take away. But yeah, the one item which you'll have to wait for, both myself and Danish are wearing it currently. We couldn't get a good photograph, right? But we have a wearable, which we're going to be giving away, and we've got in certain numbers. So what I think we're going to be doing is, after Comic Con, I'm going to be sending a care package to Tommy of lots of the different bits and bobs, and I think we're going to make up goodie bags for the community. But we honestly don't know. We haven't had time to think about how we're gonna distribute those. They'll probably go into competitions, and there's two more last parts of the puzzle, right? So there's two more last parts of the puzzle. We've got plastic bags, right? Recyclable plastic bags. That was important, especially for the audience, that we'll be giving away, because people need two things at a convention. They need plastic bags and they need sweets, right? So we're going to be giving out plastic bags, and we've got lots of sweets, and we've got this wearable, which is going to attract people to the stand. And that's where the salad bowls tweet come from yesterday, because we'll have bowls of sweets, we'll have bowls of the wearable, which you can't see yet, because I'm a tease, and then you'll have these really cool wax branded bags, and that, when I say they look shit hot, I mean they look shit hot. They're wax orange with a black logo on both sides, and they're a thing of beauty. Yeah, it's artwork. They'll probably have one for the MoMA, so hopefully you will be able to pick one up.
I think it also, thinking about how like distributing treats and stuff after the fact, I'm really excited, and I would love to be able to give stuff out to everyone so everyone can enjoy. But I on the other hand, I kind of want everything to kind of go out to new faces, new eyes, and drive more attention and stuff. So I'm excited. I'm really excited to just like kind of, I can't wait. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm really excited. You mentioned earlier how like this wasn't like the start. There's a lot of more work that's going to be coming on, and this is almost like just a milestone. It's not the end.
Yeah.
We've been working towards this to prepare, and then there's going to be even more that we're going to be working on afterwards. So I think I don't know. That struck me, and I wanted to comment on that.
Yeah, I think you've got to see it. So the important thing is what we're going to want from a need from the community after this is the feedback, right? So I don't want 100 messages saying the website's rubbish, Matthew. I want messages like, Matt, I've looked at the website, right? I think you could do this to change it, right? You know, I can't change the color scheme. I can't do all the, I can't, it's just sort of like sensible changes at the minute. However, when we finish this, maybe in January, we can get together and we can have a space and we can really pick it apart, and we can sort of say, okay, I really like this. People can ask questions about how stuff was received. And then we can look to 2024, and we can look to taking this, to the moon, as they say in our space.
Yeah, I think, yeah, absolutely. Doing experiments, testing, getting feedback, and then improving. I think it's definitely it's a proper way to go about growing.
Yeah. And I would encourage those, I might not be able to reply to everybody, right? But through the weekend, if you see a tweet and you think that something's majorly wrong or off, just message us about it. Maybe do it in DMs as opposed to like on the post that we're posting. But you can
message me. You can message me, and I'll get them all and send them to Matt.
That's a really good idea. Thanks, Broken. Yeah, we're so sad Broken's not coming. I was gutted this morning.
Broken is also sad, but is happy this is happening, and very happy that Danish could cover for me. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Well, I've got to say, my boy was really sad as well, because last time Broken came, he bought him some Hot Wheels. So whilst he's been excited for to see Broken again, I think he was excited about the Hot Wheels this time. But he was excited to see you, and so was I, and we're sad. And the great thing is though, Broken, you're not missing out on anything, because me and Danish are going to bed now, not together. No,
so it's not like last time. Okay.
Sorry. Shocking.
You guys are silly. Oh my god. All right. Let me move this along. As much as I'd like to chit chat about the room accommodations, let me move this along just a little bit. So I think you've already talked about surprises for folks. We covered that in the last question. Off the top of your head, are there any exclusive drops taking place during the event?
So I I haven't got. Sorry, I keep on telling people it's so embarrassing. I was tagged in a Wax School tweet because Wax School are doing a great sort of like job of filling in for the NFT Insider. And I was tagged in a tweet this week, and I thought, why has he tagged me in that? Mad. And yeah, I've got a PFP sticker dropping on Friday. But that's right. That there is something really cool happening for Drawn Company, and I'm looking at it now, right? But again, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to wait till the weekend, because whilst I would love to show people what Drawn Company is taking to Comic-Con this year, it's if you're a fan or vaguely interested, it's worth waiting for, because it's gonna be huge. I would encourage people to, like, with drops and stuff, not necessarily sort of like go out there and create a drop for Comic-Con, but I would encourage people to just look and watch the hashtag on Twitter. And if we've got anyone coming on board who says, you know, oh, I've just been at the what you call it stand, maybe just saying hello to them or introducing yourself and saying, cool, have you set up your wallet yet? Because I can drop you some free stuff, that sort of thing. So yeah, nothing major apart from my PFP sticker drop from my side.
Oh yeah, well, let me take this opportunity right now then to shout out Consumer Break. Breakman's going to be doing a live stream, and you know what, Consumer Break, why don't you come up, because
yeah, get him up.
I don't want to Hamburg this again. He'll be running. He'll be running a live stream within the NFTopia Light during the Comic-Con on Saturday. So you can come up and chat about that. I invited you up, Consumer Break. If you get a chance to come up and share. And so that'll be Saturday. I'll wait for him to share the specific details. But I do know that it was posted, I think, on Twitter earlier, or at least in Discord. So we'll invite you up so you can share about that in just a minute. All right, so go on.
Sorry, I was just going to say, whilst I'll just provide some filler whilst it's coming up. But I approached Consumer about the idea of doing like a live stream so that we can direct people, because you've got to remember, if we've got a big screen, which we have, we can have content which is bespoke to the Friday and Saturday. And then if Consumer's doing a stream on Saturday, I can change it for Sunday then, so we can just take that off. So we're going to be pushing people towards that stream and encouraging them to sort of like go and get a flavor for what we're doing, because our Consumer Break is a great Sherpa. So hopefully we'll pick up some sort of newbies that way. Is he there? Has he responded to your
He's up now.
Yeah.
You hear me now? All right. Yeah, Breakman, take it away.
Switch to my. Hey, hold on a sec. Hey, I had to switch my phone, but hey, guys, thanks. All right, thanks for having me on. Great talk today, by the way. Just very, very well said by everybody. Just really quickly, yeah, we're to kick off the Wax holidays calendar giveaway that's happening every day of December, put on by Maxi Lab. We're going to be talking about it in the next Wax Wednesday space next week. But to kick that off, my giveaway day is on this Saturday as well, the same day as Comic-Con. And I'm going to be live streaming from 3 to 7 p.m. Eastern and doing an AMA train with some giveaways in the NFTopia metaverse. So, and also at the end of that, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, anybody else that's not part of our the lineup is welcome to come on over, screen share onto the wall, show us what you got real quick, do some giveaways, just celebrate Wax projects, community, all of that in the NFTopia spirit.
Whoop.
I am really excited for that. Sorry, stepped out of the room for a minute. I'm really excited for the stream. Also, I'm excited to have you on again next week. I think this is going to be 3 weeks in a row, Consumer Break as a guest speaker on my Wax Wednesday, so I'm really looking forward to having you again.
All right, that's what's up.
I think it's really cool to incorporate the streaming, specifically for because a lot of people can't go and travel or to travel to the event, and being able to kind of stream and still show off, I think it's really cool. And because the way the internet and everything kind of works in Web3, it all kind of makes the world smaller, brings us closer together.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody.
we've seen people that like it's when we do like the metaverse spaces anyway. The people that can't make it in there, they're watching the Twitch too. So it kind of lets everybody watch and see what's going on when we do the streams at the same time. And also to quickly go along with that and with Drawn Company here, we don't have any details yet for the next convention. It'll be in the spring sometime. Just stay tuned for updates. But we're planning to do some kind of semi-regular NFtopia school sessions, whether it's monthly or every couple months, where we'll get together in the same kind of thing. Probably do another a short AMA training like this, something like 5 projects, a half hour each, something like that after, especially if it's every 2 months, something in between conventions maybe. But during these school sessions, we'll be covering a lot of things that we even talked about today, but also just marketing in general and exhibiting and promoting your wax project, different sharing tips, roundtable tips, stuff like that.
Yeah, man. Like, I mean, sorry, Tommy. With the school, what we've noticed is we're doing the school too close to a convention, so we're not giving people enough time to get stuff ready. So we're going to really put some thought into the new year and create a proper curriculum, because we already have a great resource of videos up there. If you can, sit through, there's probably about 10 hours worth of NFtopia school now. But what me and Breakman keep on saying we're gonna do is look through all that content and pick out the nuggets, because it's all there, and then create course materials from that. But take it to the next level so that people have got takeaways. Maybe we're doing question surveys at the end, just again to take it to the next level and upskill everyone. That's my dream. And we would like other creators who would like to share their experience to come on and talk, because we do that's one of the blocks we have at the minute. It's always the Drawn Company show, so I do my presentation as is, and I tell you about my experience, but it would be great to get some of the more senior creators to just come and present and say what their experience is and what works for them. And we always have that round table at the end, which is great, because we always encourage people to turn around and say, tell Drawn Company what he said is wrong. And we always have a great discussion after, which is fantastic.
Perfect. Well said, my friend. We got a question. I see in the comments from Martin Cat. Which day is your main day at Comic-Con, or all 3? I think you're going to be there all 3 days. Am I correct?
Yeah, Martin, I'm there all 3 days. We'll be there from when it opens till it closes. Yeah, because we're warriors. And yeah, we've got to drive as well, because there's a train strike, everybody in the UK, which is really helpful. So you can't just nip out the hall for a beer when it finishes. Which is really saddening me at the minute. But we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun. Yeah, all the time. We're there all the time. So just drop along and see us.
I have a little add-on I wanted to throw in here, because we're in here now and I'm here in the UK for this event. Everyone here probably know what one of my projects we've done, Leaf Main Corp. Leaf Main Corp has been building a Leaf geominer, and normally it requires a founder's token to be able to access that. But during this event, our Leaf geominer will be open for everyone, which means that we don't even need you to have a wax wallet to use it and start accumulating leaf while walking around at the event. But hopefully that will help people get incentivized enough that they start it up, walk around while they're at the event, and suddenly they have X amount, 10,000, 100,000 leave, and that incentivize them a little more to actually go that extra step, because they need to claim it to actually get it. But they already start making it before setting all the stuff up. So we have that ready for tomorrow. Actually, when I go down there and start looking at the hall, because we need to set up some small spots, but for extra bonus and stuff.
Yeah,
but
that's gonna be fun.
You have no idea how long I'm waiting to tell people about this, Danish. You have no idea how long I'm waiting to tell people about the walking thing. Thank God.
The walking thing. We're looking forward to it. And the great thing is, again, none of everybody who's in this space, you're going to feel like, because you know I tweet anyway quite a lot, quite frequently, but we're going to make sure that we're keeping up everyone updated with what's going on. You'll be sick of the tweets by the end of it. But yeah, that'll be one of the things we'll do, because that we're genuinely going to have some fun with that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I have to say that the moving my butt around the house, going on walks, so that's my preferred way to mine crypto. If I can move to room and stuff like that. So I'm already walking around anyway. Plus, you're gonna be on your feet all day on the con. You might as well get something every step. Get a little bonus. Yeah. All right. The next two questions are a little bit more abstract. So I'm going to throw them at you. And then if you're listening below and you have questions and you want to come up, we'll have a block for that. I know we're coming a little bit up on time, but I think we have a little bit of time still. We can go a little bit over. Is that okay, Matt?
Yeah,
we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Okay, perfect. All right, so from your perspective, where are you seeing the intersection of NFTs, Wax Blockchain, and events like Comic-Con in the future? Any trends or predictions you would want to share of kind of like what your idea, or what you're looking at, what you see? I think you kind of alluded to this a little bit before.
Yeah, so Danish is going to have his two, Penneth, and then I'll chime in.
For Wax, I definitely see this as being a way more suitable route than going to all the normal NFT crypto conventions to try to get bag holders, which is like here we're trying to incentivize creators and collectors, and that just feels way better for me in general. For Wax, it fits much better than go in here to this mega event where everyone already have NFTs or crypto and see if you can steal them over on our side. No, present them something they already know but in a new aspect and see if they get interested. I think we have a lot of ground here, and we can go like this could be probably the most growing event for Wax because it fits Wax so well.
Yeah, it's the sorry, Tommy's. Excuse me, it's the fit for me. Like, if you look at the people carrying around bags at a Comic-Con, they're filled with Funkos, and we have the digital versions of Funkos on our blockchain. I think that we will definitely have. I mean, you have, for example, the beauty of MCM Comic-Con and why we are great bedfellows for them is that they have a thing called Artist Village, where they encourage independent artists to come. So it's twofold right there. The first one is you've got a pool of potential creators to have the conversation with who could come along and make stuff on the chain. But also you've got people coming to this convention who haven't just got their bags full of Funkos, but at the same time they're coming to visit these independent artists. So why shouldn't we cut in on that action? Just because we're not all there physically, right? There's no difference. We're still showing them what we do. At the same time, there's people that go there for the gaming aspect of things. We've also got a lot of great games, So I see the relationship evolving. I think that MCM this time we've got to do a proper full presentation for them. Once we're finished, we've got to do a full presentation for Wax. We've got to do a full presentation for the community. It might be the same presentation, it might not, depending on sort of like how deep we want to go with that. But yeah, this is sort of like just the second stage in probably a 10-stage process. With the eventual sort of end game being that we arrive at the convention and people are so familiar with the brand Wax that we become the number one go-to for NFTs and digital collectibles and gaming, full stop, end of story. And I believe that in my heart. That's why I spend hundreds of hours and I'm constantly on the edge of divorce just with Drawn Company anyway. But going that extra mile is because I believe in what I do. I believe in what Broken does. I believe in what Dapper does. I believe in what Kristalla does. I believe in what Danish does. I believe in what Goparel does. Terra Cards, Black Fang, you've been a star. You know, too many to mention, right? I'm sorry, I can't see everyone right now. And I think that fighting as one, as we've said, going over old ground, we're gonna catch people's eyes. Somebody's gonna see. We've got something for everybody. We're like the supermarket, but a digital version for, you know, niche collectibles. So yeah, I think it's a partnership made in heaven. I think so long as they want to continue doing it, I think we'll continue doing it. So long as Wax want to do it, we'll continue doing it. And we're just going to grow, and we're going to grow, and we're going to grow, and we're going to grow. And that's another Dead Poet Society. I'm sorry. But yeah, there we go. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, absolutely. Both answers are very, very, very knowledgeable. And yeah, I agree. I think it's what Dennis, what you said about not trying to go to crypto conventions to get people to look at our tech is definitely a key. Grabbing just, every Tom, Dick, and Harry walking by who's interested maybe in collectibles is definitely lucrative and exciting when you're going through a con, especially trying something new. From the one con I've been able to go to, trying something new and seeing new things and exciting things and everything. It was just so much fun when you see something new you've never thought of before.
Yeah, and you see the reason why we've got the reason why we're up before all the other blockchains on this is because nobody can be asked because it's too much like hard work. So if you turned around and said, you know, we want to go and do this, lots of people would turn around and go no, or they turn around and they go and they wouldn't do it in the right way. So yeah, we're doing the hard work so other people don't have to, and they can thank us later.
I'll thank you right now. I'll thank you right now. I'll thank you later too. All right, so here's like the last question I've got kind of planned out. This one's easy. I'd love to hear from both of you. What's the one, if you could pick one thing, I know you said so many different things that you're excited for and you're looking forward to this weekend. What's the one thing that you're most looking forward to for this weekend?
To see the first time when a kid opens a pack and the NFTs goes to his wallet.
Well, not a kid, someone who's 18 plus. But
yes,
yeah.
18 and over.
Yeah, bro, 18 plus is still kids for me. So yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just looking forward to gauging people's reaction with the new tools that I've got, because I felt there was something missing last year, and I would pace up and down and I'd say to Broken, this is wrong, we haven't got it right this time, and we carry on and we carry on and we carry on. But everything that was on my wish list I've now got. So like I'm just looking forward to making the best of what we can with the tools we've been given.
Yeah. The most exciting thing for this weekend is probably gonna see if it's gonna work out with a fluid onboarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like yeah. There's so many different things, Tommy. I mean, it's hard to pick like what you're most excited for.
And if people will remember us from last year, that's also interesting.
Yeah, and I think as well from my side of things, I'm gonna get the most out of when we post people's stuff and we're showing people, like we showed Lembus's card there, when we're showing all the other creators stuff and we're doing the nice photography for them. That's going to be that initial reaction of thank you for doing that, and that looks cool, and it's just something that otherwise wouldn't have been possible without us being at Comic-Con. Yeah, so there we go. Questions?
All right, yeah, so that was all my questions. If anyone below has any questions, go ahead and raise your hand and we'll bring you up to consult our speakers. Excuse me. While I'm waiting for anyone who does have questions like that, let me just really quickly do some housework and shout out a couple dates from stuff that's coming up, right? So obviously we're all here for talking about Comic-Con, which is happening this weekend. So check that out. The consumer break preempted me on this one. Our Maxi Lab Advent Calendar event starts on Friday, December 1st. It will run all the way through December 31st. Next week's Twitter Space will be all about that. The Atomic Hub Xmas Game Fest will be starting soon as well. Collections have until this Friday to sign up. If you'd like to be a part of that, you can sign up at introverse.io/Xmas-game-fest/. and we'll be sharing some more about that a little bit later this week, I think through Wax Hub. And then finally, the last Wax DeFi Epic is coming up at the end of this month, Wednesday, December 20th. So just want to remind folks about that. Please check out our Medium for the updates on the DeFi and the improved tokenomics. All right. Everyone is shy. I think no one has any questions. So I'm going to run through this really quick and see if there's any else. Let me really quick check Discord if anyone had any questions. How you're going to get a hold of me on Discord, I don't know. I don't see anything in the Wax Up, so I think if no one else has questions, we should be about ready to go here. Yeah, and we can wrap up. Is there anything else? Any last words you'd like to share before we go ahead and kick off, and let you guys go back to bed?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Can we just ask everybody in the community to be interactive with anything that we or Wax do over the weekend, and also share what we're doing with your own communities, because I think that's important here, because again, this shows the community that we're trying to do something that nobody else is doing, full stop, end of story. So I think that's crucial for me, is to just maximize the opportunity, and start using that hashtag wax at Comic-Con, because the more people that use it, the more authority we'll have, and we could even get it trending. Let's have that as a stretch goal.
Perfect.
And thanks to Danish for jumping in, and also Broken. I am broken that you're not here. And thank you for joining us for the space.
Yeah. Have you seen my last drop? I'm broken also, but seriously, guys, have fun, give them hell, and you know what you're doing, so I'm trusting you.
Okay.
No idea what the fuck we are doing.
Yeah,
But we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, always live.
All right. Danish, did you have anything else you wanted to share before we shut it down?
Again, I'm glad to have the opportunity to be here. I'm really sad to be here without Broken, which again I really had hoped for. Glad to meet Matt finally, and yeah, I think we can do this, and I'm glad that the rest of you has enough trust in me that you want me here as well. So let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Let's wrap it up. This has been this has been a really fun space today. I know I mentioned it's getting a late for our guests and getting ready to go to bed. So let's go ahead and hop off. And so we'll call it. I want to thank my fabulous guest, Funny FT Guy, for taking the time to join me today. Thank you also, Danish and Broken, for coming up and speaking about Comic-Con, and of course, Consumer Break for sharing what's going on this weekend and mentioning our Maxi Lab advent calendar. So, I mean, you guys have thank you, right? Really, thank you, Matt. You've taken the time to join me today. You've been setting up all the swag. You've been running the legwork for this exciting event. And like I said, I said thank you then, I'll thank you now, thank you later. So really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll speak soon. We're going to bed now.
Okay, and then one last time, would you share where everyone can find you this weekend and the best places to follow you to stay up to date on UK Comic-Con and Drawn Company?
So we're on stand V17, which is by the main stage queue. That's top draw, man. I can't believe I was sort of like, why are we there? But then I'm like, oh my word, we got a catchment audience. And then obviously at Funny NFT Guy on Twitter, if you can put up with me. And yeah, that's it. Come and join the mayhem and the chaos that is Drawn Company.
Perfect. Thank you, Matt. All right. That's our show for this week. Next week, I'm going to drag Xander out of his cave to co-host and guest with me. And we'll be talking all about Maxi Lab's Advent Calendar. As well, we may possibly have a surprise guest to share something that's going on over in the Alien Worlds Metaverse. So more details as we get closer to our next Wax Wednesday. So everyone, I hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday if you observed that. And I hope you all have a fantastic upcoming holiday season. So whether you're tuning in live right now or listening later, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Let's all meet again. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Let's all meet again next week.
Okay, see you then.
Happy Wax Wednesday, everybody. See you next time.